Welcome to Mint. I am Anuja, and in this edition of From the Newsroom, we are joined by Liz Mathew. Welcome to the show, Liz.
Thank you.
Today we are discussing how even as the crisis over FDI deepens, Parliament session continues to be stalled. Liz, tell us, what was the outcome of an all-party meeting that happened today to clear the issue of FDI?
Yeah, with the BJP and the left were insisting on a vote and a debate, and a debate and a vote on the FDI in multi-brand retail. The crisis was on, like the session was not functioning for the first 2 days, so the government called for an all-party meeting to discuss it. But there were different point of views in the all-party meeting, and the all-party meeting ultimately ended without reaching any consensus or finding failed to break the deadlock as of now. But the positive part of the the all-party meeting for the government was that the different opinion or the division among the opposition party in terms of FDI, whoever opposing the FDI in retail, there were different opinions. Like the SP and BSP has already taken a stand that they may not go for vote vote against such a decision. Yeah. And the SP said we are not insisting on a vote, but the debate should be there.
So since this is the most recent bottleneck between functioning of the Parliament, should we expect another non-regular session like the previous two ones?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like as of now the parties are very concerned about the non-functioning of the in the last two sessions very effectively, and the bills were only the government is worried about the bill, but the image, the perception about the parties, even the BJP and the left are worried. They don't want to be seen as always opposing or always disrupting the house. That may help the UPA to an extent, but today Kamal Nath also clarified that he meant they are not going to be like adamant on no vote or something. Once the number is clear with the government, once they got DMK, SP, BSP in bag and a party like TMC or somebody abstaining, the government will definitely go for a vote, in which case it will be a success or it will be victory for the government, so that they can say, see, we have won the vote also, the parties may abstain. Ultimately it may not be a victory for the opposition parties or whoever opposing the FDI in retail. In that scenario, the government can function, and the government is also have not lost that hope that the house will function. So it looks like maybe 2-3 more days this stalemate continues. But here another issue, the issue will be also another crisis the government is going to face is the quota demand, the quota in promotions, the government jobs, the demand made by the BSP, a friendly ally, as you know. The SP is opposing that. The BSP today said we will not let the house function unless the quota bill is introduced. The SP said the day you are bringing it, we are going to disrupt the house. So this is not the government has to now untie now.
Deal with.
So yeah, I think the floor managers are working on it, and let's see how things are going to happen.
Talking about the larger picture of Parliament functioning, bills getting passed, policies being formed, we've seen a large number of sessions or a large number of part of those sessions in the second term of UPA not being successfully carried on. So what is a way out? Do you think UPA in itself has that political mettle, or is it slowly losing that sheen where it can very strongly carry forward a Parliament session, which we haven't seen in a long time now?
Yeah, unlike in the past, there were some positive messages the government is showing. For example, the recent appointments, CBI chief appointment, immediately they appointed the appointments of IB chief has come out, the appointment of ROF chief has been announced. So for the first time the government showed some kind of resolve and action is there. And even in the case of this FDI, they just went forward, despite the they knew that this would be happening, but they're very adamant, that some kind of determination is there in the government's part, which is obviously in the as in the recent that Chindan Baitak, the the message the party had given to the Congress, the leadership in the government was that you have no time. Like, election can happen anytime. Like, see, parties like SP has already announced their candidates. So it's like, you are in the last round of, preparation type, you have to, on a washout level, you have to act. So maybe that might, and again the government's welfare measures on which the government, the UPA and the Congress are planning to go for election, like the food security bill, the land acquisition bill. The government is very, very particular and keen that, these bills have to be passed. You can't just issue an ordinance to pass these bills, and so, it has to be, the parliament has to function. It's more than anybody for the UPA, parliament has to function. So you are hoping that, they might find a common ground so that they can work on and resolve this current crisis and break deadlock and let the parliament function.
So Liz, this is a very interesting situation. It seems like, where the government wants to pass these bills, bring about these policy changes, but it has to wait to see how the opposition reacts, how its friendly parties also react in order to, see how the session is functioning.
Yeah, it looks like so.
So Liz, we'll be tracking with you in the days to come since the session has just started. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So that is it from today's edition of From the Newsroom. Keep watching and stay tuned for more.